those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need bad energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip aside.
Got our first piece cut out. We're gonna go set it in place and see if we got it right on the first try. All right, we're getting the first one tacked in. Pretty much got that set in place. And now I realize all I gotta do is, what I'm gonna do is trim this off right here to where it's gonna be closer to this plate right here. Now all I gotta do is make a flat plate for right here. And I'm gonna stop it right here, probably curve it as well, kind of to clear the wheel whenever it turns. And then we'll just finish off the bottom and see how we can get that fitted up. But yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. All right, we got the inner one knocked out, tacked in place, sorta. And now it's getting pretty late, and gonna call it a night. And tomorrow I'll finish up that nice little piece in there so it can clear when turning. So, oh, and I forgot this little piece up here because my dumbass forgot to add the length of this. So I'll just make another little enclosure for right there. Or what I'll do is I'll just leave it as is like that. That way any water that comes in through the cowl can just drain out through here. I'll just seam seal it really good and we should be good. So we'll pick this back up tomorrow, but it's looking good. All right, so what's going on, guys? So it's a nice little beautiful sunny weekend, Saturday. And today's project, I'm finally gonna be putting in a 220 plug for my welder. So got everything I need, hopefully. By no means am I an electrician, but I was able to make these work. So why not? We're just gonna send it. I'm gonna put that 220 plug on this side right here. Got everything shut off. Now all I need to do is just take off that panel and start getting ready to wire everything in. So that's gonna be the plan for today. Go ahead and start with that. Let's set these somewhere. All right, so on position, this we're gonna put right in here. Just like that. Is off. All right, so with the breaker in place, gonna connect both my wires up here, run it through here. I already got the hose cut out and my outlet right there. Gonna put this on the time lapse, get this fitted up real quick because there's really nothing to it. And if everything works, well, we'll connect it back together, put everything back together, and if it works, we're golden. If not, we're probably gonna burn the house down. So gonna put this on the time lapse.
Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took an L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay awake, don't sleep. Like Jon Snow, get R.I.P.
All right, so far, so good. I connected everything, and so far nothing has sparked or caught on fire yet. So now the moment of truth is I'm gonna have to set up a couple pieces of plate, do some test welds with the 220. I need to change the plug out on the welder itself. Swap it out for this one right here. So gotta swap this out, and then I'm gonna have to find an extension cord for this. Start connecting this, and we'll get the welding. Do my first test with the 220. Okay, so swapping the 110 to the 220 on these welders is not too complicated. It's as easy as unplugging the 110 cable. Slowly wiggling it out. There's the 110. What do I do with the other one? All right, then we take the 220 plug, align the pins up how they should. Be like this. Make sure that's fully plugged in. And then we go. All right. Now, let's see if this power is on and if we don't burn something up, because this might explode. All right, so now that it's sitting on 220, now we got to go back and change this. Well, see, it's already picking up 230, I think. 230 volts. We're still going to be doing mild steel. I believe we leave it like that for the setup. Same diameter wire. See, now we can do up to 10 gauge. I don't remember how thick the plates are that we're doing up there. But let's just go full force, go 10 gauge, and see how it comes out. Gonna set up a few pieces of plate, but first I'm gonna get my trusty little tripod here, my light. Bring this over here so you guys have a better view if shit hits the fan. So put you guys right there. I'll leave it zoomed out. All right, so here goes nothing. All right, so it looks like we have success. It was working pretty good. I did turn it up a little bit, a few times, just to kind of play around with it to see how it weld. And that will be shown on this one over here. As you can see, this is where I was starting to play around with it. This first one, I forgot to turn the gas on. And I kind of started doing like short bursts, like short little beads, and then by the end it started getting better. And then we turn it around, and here we have how we started doing on the other side. looking pretty good. And then I wanted to keep welding, so let's see if I can adjust my pliers here. And then I started this side. I started this one. Then I ended up turning up the voltage and the wire. And then it just progressively started getting pretty good, if I do say so myself. And then somehow it ended up stopped recording by itself. So I just kept welding, kind of trying out the settings, changing them. I still have a lot of undercut on it, if that's what it's called, where I don't fully go all the way through both pieces of steel. But I think it will hold. So looks like we got the 220 working pretty good. And then if I ever wanted to go back to the 110 on this one, it's as easy as just changing out the plug, and the welder will automatically sense that it's on the 110, and we don't have to worry about anything else, which is connected to the other plug right beside it. The 220 obviously we'll need for the frame if we ever have to do any more of the thick steel, especially for the cross bracing, if anything, or if I need to redo anything under the cab itself. And then for the 110, I'll either just connect the 110 welder, but it's not that hard to connect the other one, and then finish up doing the small sheet metal, the 22 gauge sheet metal for the firewall, because that 220 will burn right through it. So we got the welder working, and now I think we're ready to hop back on this thing and continue on the firewall and start finishing up that corner.
Bags under my eyes, and you know, won't complain, I'm tired, I'm on go. For that grip, 10 toes till they swole. For that grip, 10 toes till they swole. Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right. Now I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me.